The cries of a newborn baby. What does the future hold for this baby? There are about 150,000 orphaned and vulnerable children in Swaziland, which equates to almost 12% of the population. Action for Africa, under the leadership of Bonnie van Schaik, has assisted Swazi children since 2005, providing food, health services and education to a number of orphaned and vulnerable children. This stick and mud structure serves as a preschool and neighborhood care point for a number of orphaned and vulnerable children. During the rainy season, the porous roof makes it uninhabitable. In a new project based at Mnyokane, Action for Africa is bringing hope to orphaned and vulnerable children by constructing a preschool using modern materials. It will cost about $25,000 to complete a structure built with modern materials. The foundation is already under construction and soon children will receive basic education in a safe and sturdy structure. It is hoped that a kitchen will also be constructed to provide meals for the children. And in many cases, this will be the only guaranteed meal to some of these children. Currently, the only water source is a spring nearby. With kind donations, Action for Africa hopes to have a borehole sunk to provide potable water for these children.
We have helped quite a few people to be able to feed the children.
Yes.
Now, it isn't just a matter of feeding them, but you need to have hand washing. Do you have water so they can
No, we don't
wash their
have
hands?
water here.
What should we do about the water?
Oh, go and fetch it from the river.
From the river?
Yes.
And that can't be healthy for the children.
Yes.
No. You know, in this country, I've been told 10% of the children die from intestinal disease in their bellies.
From the river,
from the
from
bad
the
water.
water.
Bad water.
Okay.
So we need to do this.
A number of items are needed for these children to live a normal life. They need toys, teaching aids, warm winter clothes, and the construction of a toilet will go a long way in ensuring health and sanitation.
We have so many children in Swaziland, just like these little ones, that have no future unless we do something to raise the funds that we can build more preschools and help more children. I hope that you will all see what they're dealing with now and what it can be in the future. They don't have a blackboard, they don't have chalk, they don't have but maybe 1 or 2 pencils for all these children. Our teacher here needs a salary. She's doing a wonderful job teaching them. They know their ABCs, they know their names. I've heard all of them tell me that. And so they have an opportunity, mostly because we help them to have an opportunity.
At the nearby Mnyokane Primary School, children are faced with a water and sanitation problem. This causes sickness and children find it hard to relieve themselves. Action for Africa once again has been approached by the school to provide a clean water source which will lead to better sanitary conditions, and with water being available, other positive spin-offs will be realized, like gardens which will provide the children with much needed vitamins. The kitchen, which provides meals for the children, will also be refurbished as the current one is not up to the required health standards. Because the meal is served at school, children are now attending classes regularly and also concentrate much better. In some schools like this particular school, up to 80% of the students are either orphaned or vulnerable.
We have about 80%.
80% of the children?
Of the number I've said, of the children who are orphans. Some are single parent, some are double orphans, some are vulnerable. They do have the parents, but the parents cannot afford their school fees or anything. Even in their homestead, there is no enough food. Some of them, they get only the food we supply at school. After maybe you have done something about the water, what follows the most is the toilets, please.
The toilets are very much needed.
Yes.
This primary school is no different to the other 585 primary schools in Swaziland, but we want to focus on one and make a difference in one. There are I think there are over 520 children here, and we want to raise about $100,000, it's about $200 a child, to really make a significant difference in this school. New toilets will cost at least $35,000, and I mean toilets that any child in the world would be proud of. A new feeding kitchen will also cost around $35,000 to cook food in an environment which is hygienic and acceptable again in any country in the world.
The work Action for Africa has embarked on in Swaziland has brought relief to a number of orphaned and vulnerable children over the years. Today, children can enjoy life in all its fullness as was planned by the Almighty God. Action for Africa must be lauded for their contribution in bringing a better life for all the children of Swaziland.